legendary.
Part of the reason why. But honestly, low key though, I think what's crazy about MC, but I think it's all about Shonen that they have all these people that love each other and they
Mhm.
just won't accept it. I feel like everybody in Shonen's assume they're they. Like you all like each other, but you're like, I
Right.
don't like you, I kill
But
you.
it also makes sense because they like what they like just out of high school. I mean,
Yeah,
out of middle school.
yeah, because you know what, romance animes hit in like high school and like middle school type thing.
That
Like Tada never falls in love in high school.
right.
Like
Cause think about it in middle school. Like I don't know, you had that situation where you like somebody and they liked you, but y'all literally spent the whole school year just flirting. Like nobody ever made a fucking move. It's just a bunch of everybody in the classroom just like, bruh, like what?
you're
Can,
gonna fuck.
can y'all do this already? Like
Yeah, no, honestly, those are
how
kind of
y'all go together but
relationships.
don't go together?
Those
Like,
are the type of relationships I love to write too, because like that's the real blossom of friendship into a relationship.
yeah.
Like those are the people where like you be like, you like him, you like, I really, you be like think about it like, yes you are right. Like you be mad too. That's, you know
Hot.
what? That's exactly how I ended up with my fiance. That's exactly how I ended up with old boy. Like we met each other, hated each other at first, but then like we started interacting, we started talking more. I like him. My friend was like, "You like him? What is he like 5?" And I was like, "Okay, he's 10 months younger than us. Don't act like this. Come on now. He's a sophomore and I'm a junior. Quit playing with me. Like why? I'm like
She
why are
played
you?
you for the
Oh
cougar
yeah. Oh my
already.
like oh she was like Icky. I was like really. It like so what was odd is that he was like and he when I was like she tried to play me like she was kind of cute too, but you know what? She a bum now. And I was like, oof,
That sounds like
like,
some Ricky shit.
yeah. But like that's exactly how our friendship like blossomed. It was like, I kind of like you. Like, no, I was really aggressive about it. Like I was like, I like you. I don't give a fuck about your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever you got going. He didn't have one, but it was just one of those things. Like, cause I definitely do recall. Yeah, I was dating somebody. I was that was ridiculous. Been together for 11.
Right.
But I was dating somebody, and then I was like, I like you a lot. And he got a boyfriend, and I was like, no, not anymore.
Dang.
Like, I literally like I broke up with me and my boyfriend had broken up. Everything had went. He was with me. He was hanging out with me when everything was going south. So I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, yeah, this is for the birds. Date
Mm-hmm.
somebody.
Did him like Yamcha.
Hey, look, Yamcha did that to himself. All right. Every time woman was trying to get with Yamcha, she was out here in these streets. He was out here in these streets doing something else. Whatever
Being a
Bulma told
city
Yamcha
boy.
to come on home, he was out there being a city boy. And now look at him. And then everybody when she had that whole last baby, everybody like Yamcha. He like wasn't me. Like yeah,
Hurt.
I bet it wasn't.
The greatest
He
hairline
was
all time. Just step out and that me.
right. And he was so shit when he found out it was Vegeta. Oh, he was just
Because you couldn't
hard.
even fight him. You can't even beat him
Like,
up.
what's funny too is that I don't think Vegeta and Bulma got married. Like Goku and Chi Chi got married. I don't think Vegeta and Bulma did. And if you recall, remember Trunks said it was a night of pity sex. That's exactly when they asked Trunks how he got here. Trunks dead ass said, he said, don't say anything. 'Cause if you do, I might not exist anymore. He said, my dad. He said Yamcha was off doing whatever, chasing girls. My mom looked over and noticed how lonely Vegeta was. That's what happened. So when she showed up with old baby, like,
And he put it down and she stuck ever since.
and I don't think they ever got married. Because if you remember, Chi Chi forced Goku into marriage. But I think it's because it's not a human custom. I think it's only a human custom. It's not like Saiyans don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we don't know anybody's last names. So,
Yeah.
and like Vegeta doesn't, I mean, Goku doesn't have a last
Yeah.
name. Son Goku, because he took his
Vegeta
Gohan.
don't.
Yeah, Vegeta doesn't have a last name. I
Yeah,
don't
none
think.
of them do.
Yeah, so I don't like it's not like a
Shit.
thing.
Yeah, nobody has a last name.
Yeah.
I
Oh, Videl Satan.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Satan. Yeah,
It's
Videl.
Boma?
Briefs. Bulma
Okay.
Briefs. So Trunks' last name is actually Briefs. I know. Remember they had a daughter in
Yeah.
GT, Bra.
Yeah.
That's the joke. That's the running joke. Her last name is Bulma. Like her last name is Briefs, like the underwear. Trunks.
Which Krillin's that?
Really might not actually. Find out. Let's see.
That's funny because Gohan and none of them got a last name.
Gohan's last name would be San. Goku. San Goku. Yeah. So let's see. I don't know actually. I don't think he does. I don't think he does because he's just got yeah.
Just Krillin.
Didn't know literally like, and I think it's actually super interesting because we've never actually like
never got an origin story of Krillin. It's just been Krillin.
I love that Beerus calls him Trillin, like she just won't correct me, and then calls him Curly in the dub. That's just I'm not disrespecting him like this. Yeah, Krillin doesn't have that last name. But Goku is like Son Goku actually. So I thought that was funny. But if you look up Trunks, his last name is Brief. Yeah, it's Briefs, and I think that's like the ironic thing of it. But yeah, his last name is actually like Briefs. It's kind of wild actually. Low key, high key.
These manga writers so
Yeah,
damn petty.
Trunks Brief. One was last name is Brief. Yeah, Vegeta doesn't have a last name. Why would he? Because last names aren't kind of like how Americans have middle names, but like a lot of Asian cultures they don't. So like,
I don't even get the point of a middle.
it's because there's too many names that sounded the same for a while there. Okay, this is weird too because my dad says that back in his day they didn't have middle names, right? But my fiance's grandpa has a middle name, so I'm like, but my uncles none of them have middle names. Boys didn't have middle names back then. But I did have a friend from Japan who was like, "Why do you have three names?" And I was like, "Cause one thing you guys have kanji stuff to separate out. You're just because it's said the same doesn't mean it's spelled the same. Like Byoin and Byoin, one's hospital, one's hair salon. They read the same, just got an extra art. We have middle names because there was like a million John Smiths. But John T. Smith is not John L. Smith.
Got you.
Right. Like that's until you get those weird thirds and stuff and fourths and
yeah.
But like my sister and my mom have the same name, but they have different middle names.
Right.
So if someone accuses one of the crime, they're like, yeah.
Which Tangelo?
It's like A. Dreams. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. We didn't spend any time on things. A lot of time on anime to be. Kudos to us. This episode, people, visual watchers, the background currently we got a little bit of everything in the background. There are a lot of characters I see. Luffy, Sanji, is right next to me. Bar.
There.
Yeah, Killua, Kurapika. Yeah, Vegeta's on the left side of South's main, I mean, we buy our favorites. You got Yo and Sakura over there. Sakura and Digimon up top. Okay.
From Fairy Tail.
Urza. I see her. And Lucy's down there too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Oh yeah, and then you got the guy from Samurai Champloo. Dr. Satan's actually by your head. Inuyasha's on the other end of you.
We kicking it.
Look at that. I was gonna say, let me just kind of like take it in. I mean, so
kicking it.
Today we're gonna talk about something that I noticed just on my own trouble. Last week I announced, I finally hit my 500 animes. I've watched over 500, at least minimum first episodes, but I've probably watched way more animes. You know what I mean? Just dope as fuck. The only thing is that while going through my watch list, I realized the animes I haven't finished, I stop at episode. Like it's like 7 is like the mark for me. Like I don't know what that is. This episode is about unfinished animes and why we don't finish them.
What do I?
It's oddly enough 7, and I was hungry. Figured it out. I just finished Shikimori is not just a cutie. I was like, stop episode 7.
If I had to guess, it would probably be around like 5.
Yeah.
Between 5 and 10.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. There's not a lot left. So like, what is it that makes it so finished?
Because you don't capture your interest.
I think,
or you find something even more interesting than that. You binge it and then forget you even watch it.
And I think that's what I think my issue is that as I'm ending anime, I think new seasons come out. So I'm like, and then my watch list keeps pushed back. Like I looked at Bungo Stray Dogs. I was like, how far did I get in this? So I was watching it on HBO Max and I was watching it on Crunchyroll. I stopped at like episode 7. What happened? I had to check on HBO Max to see where I stopped at because I stopped at like the first season.
Um,
I feel like there was more of this that I watched.
yeah, no, I think I'm on this.
No,
I've been
literally, because you
through
were in a
that.
chokehold. Listen, those don't count.
I ran through that shit. I
So
was like, I gotta know more. Like, I wish I could binge the soccer anime. I wish the anime was old. Like, I wish I'd have discovered it maybe next year or something like that. Like, where I just got the full like 2 seasons.
I think that's what happens too. I fall behind because I'm like, this is taking too long. I'd rather like I'm catching up on One Piece now, taking so long, and they're about to end Wano so they can focus on Red for a little. So I'm like, y'all better hurry up with this other gear. Like, get on with it already. I think
Right.
I start reading the manga, and that's where I fall behind too. Used to 12 episode anime, so I watch a lot of romance, twice a lot. Also, Orient is back. Speaking of anime, yes, we
Mm,
got part two.
you know what? I kind of figured that because I seen they had a new cover on Crunchyroll. And
Yeah,
it said it was updated, but I'm like, it
it
might
might be
just
the
be
dub.
dubbed.
Yeah, I know.
And but I was like, they got a new cover. But I was like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back.
Yes, they. I look. They are like 3 episodes in. Yeah, so they're back. They're back. And like we said at the end of the summer, I think month if not next month, Spy Family coming back. And then
Mm-hmm.
I heard we had a new chapter update also for her.
Ooh.
So what? Things are going pretty swell in the anime world. I can turn. I feel like you can walk past. It gets more.
Yeah, your water. Oh.
I always put that like whenever I have to disagree.
Mind your business. We went to smoke crack. One of the-
See that Chris Farley thing when he was talking about how he lived in a van down by the river?
yeah,
Like that what I was thinking of the whole time.
like it was every time I got that from Stephen A. Smith. Remember when Lamar Odom came out that he was crack and stuff
Yeah.
like that? And so they were talking about Phil Jackson. He was like, "One of the first moves as the executive for the New York Knicks was to sign Lamar Odom." And he paused for like a half a second to a second. Who is on crack? And his co-host was like, he was just like, "What?"
They didn't
And
watch
you
it.
can see he tried not to laugh. Like, who is on crack?
I don't know what it is about people talking about crack. Crack is not funny at all,
It's
but it's the way that people perceive and talk about it. Like it's not funny
it's
at
not.
all. I think that's the worst part. It's not funny. Like when you really think about what crack does to people's houses and
Yeah,
their
no,
lives and
like
their family,
crack is a
like
terrible drug.
crack, meth, heroin, like those are like the things that people do for these drugs is so
It's wild.
unspeakable.
They will
And
steal
like
everything out your house.
all I
Yo,
can think about is literally I think it's How High when Dave Chappelle's character is like, I'm addicted to crack, like to weed.
yeah,
And then like Bob Saget's character stands up and is like, he was like, what? He's like, I'm addicted to crack. I've sucked dick for crack. Have you ever sucked dick for weed? And then another guy says like, yeah, have you? And he's like, no, I don't believe so.
yeah.
And
They
they're like,
booed them out of there.
boo this guy. Like I feel like honestly,
Like that's why
like
I think that's literally why like anybody who like considers themselves rehab, you will be shamed out of rehab because it's
unless
like
unless you are full on selling people stuff,
yeah,
because
like
you got to hit rock bottom to really be
right,
like weed. I feel like people say it's a gateway drug, but I don't think the drug that people think like crack
yeah,
is so aggressive. Like people always say, you never hear a crackhead say they don't have money for crack. Like you
right.
never hear them say that. They don't have money for food, water, housing, none of that, but they always
No,
have
it's
something
not-
for crack.
yeah,
Like those people are real entrepreneurs because once they figure out how to get their next dollar, it's already gone, and they still think about how to get their
the
next
next
dollar.
dollar.
Like I think that's and it's terrible because like I said, heroin, crack, meth. These are awful drugs, and they tear you up
Well,
from the
that's
inside out.
have
It's
you
like
skin rotting, all types of
like
stuff,
it's
teeth falling
abusive.
out.
It like because after a while your family won't help you
Yeah,
anymore. You rob the people that you never thought you'd ever rob on these drugs. But God, when people fucking talk about them, the comedic part that
because
come with it.
even though it's terrible that they're on crack, crackheads are some of the funniest people.
Listen, like crackheads and crazy
Yeah,
people in
like
general.
they are hilarious.
Like every time I think about like a crackhead, I think about I'm alive, I'm dead, fuck
Like
you,
you
I'm
right,
watching
but that's
TV.
how they be.
Like
Like I'm over
yeah.
here, I'm over there.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like,
Like I do feel like they wild out, and that's awful. It's
like
awful. We are not condoning doing heavy drugs, guys. Oh no. A few moments later. Oh my god, his face.
look, he don't put the chuckle. She
You let me finish.
he was about to say, "Why do you keep repeating it?" But it was the initial reaction. He was just like, "Whoa."
Because listen, and it's the way that they like it's the way that it happened. Like dead ass, he was out just chilling and like one of his cousins, and he's always joking about it. He was like, "Y'all got some rock," and it's just like some rock. Like, we were just and we were just all like, obviously he was joking, but
Yeah,
just
but
the
that's
way.
like even like crack is just so like you could say cocaine is just like damn, but then everybody laugh it off like haha.
Because
But
rich people.
yeah, but crack is just so unsettling. It's like
It
wow,
is.
that's where you
It
going with
is
it.
because when you get deep, when you get into crack, like everybody just backs away.
Yeah, because like
Like
cocaine, you can function. Like you can go live a normal life
they
and then
do, they
cocaine.
do. Yeah, they do their
Like
snort and then they
yeah,
go.
like you gotta realize probably like 70 to 80% of your favorite celebrities do cocaine.
Yeah,
Like
not crack.
not crack, cocaine.
Yeah,
Like when they go broke, then they do crack. But that's
yeah,
another story.
yeah.
Like
Could you imagine? First off, let's just imagine anime characters on crack. Like the characters are like
it'd
imagine
be a bunch of
Asta.
ostas.
Like, I was like, Asta looks like he's constantly on
Yeah,
some sort of drug.
it's probably an in shape crackhead out here moving just like Asta. Like it'd be some buff crackheads out here. Like, at
They're
the
doing,
park just going in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we don't see a lot of drug depicted in anime. Like drugs don't get depicted a lot in
yeah,
anime. Like that's something that's actually interesting, and I don't know if it's just to keep things out of our like I don't know if it's just to kind of keep things light and fun.
that and probably they don't.
They're probably not allowed to. Like
Yeah,
it's not in
that
their
too. It's probably
world.
illegal, and
Yeah,
then they don't want to try to introduce that to the
yeah.
youth.
Well, you know what though? Like that's already been happening. The amount of people that like really have like killed themselves because they think they could do this. I mean, remember that Super Saiyan challenge had to just they had to do a wreck on your
Yeah,
body.
listen,
Like literally, like
just sitting there trying to charge up,
screaming. I'm gonna
screaming,
say,
and
I know you
like
pulled
a
muscles.
lot of black kids got their ass whooped. In that challenge. A lot
Yeah,
of black children got beat the fuck up.
I mean, absolutely, absolutely. Not to mention the weird things that you tried to do because you thought you had anime powers. Like,
Oh,
let's not even
listen,
act like people weren't running up walls,
yeah, listen,
like in
a couple
dislocating
fights broke
shoulders.
out right after Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
because we amped up,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
adrenaline pumping.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
gotta wait till next week. No, we're gonna settle this now.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just really interesting. Well, correction, we do see like certain drugs or something
Yeah,
like that. Like, I actually just funny enough, I've been watching Babysitter's Guide, the Yakuza's like guide to babysitting. Fucking first off, it's great. Watch it. But also, they like like for some odd reason, first off, the episode begins with instead of a good episode, we decided to air this instead. Like it just comes across at the bottom. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And it turns out like because the Yakuza, he's a really nice guy and everything. And his boss tells them to make a streaming channel. So they become like the cherry team and they're making like YouTube videos on how to do Yakuza shit. But their faces are completely blurred and everything. They're like Team Cherry, like it's funny as hell because they like he pulls up a gun and he's holding it. They blur it and everything, and they're bleeping him out as he's doing stuff. And they're like, "Yeah, we don't want the kids to do that." Like it's absolutely hilarious because like it turns out to all be like a dream. They all just get, but it's so fucking hilarious because at some point they're like just doing anything, but they're yakuzas in suits and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so to do your first raid, you're gonna need this, and they like hold up like he's got like this big ass gun, and he's like, you need this, and you're gonna need like, and it was just like man, because the cops didn't try to take it down. People actually thought it was funny, like they were just like,
they thought they was being funny.
yeah, they're like, what the fuck? What is Team Cherry? And they're like, and then the kids were playing like Team Cherry, like, and they're like, yeah, we should probably give it. Like bleeped out guns and shit like that. I'm like, are the cops coming?
Right.
Like masking your IP addresses. I had so many questions, but I mean, obviously it's an anime, so it's out of my realm. But it was just so fucking like I would love to see that though. I think we do see. We do see. I think the problem is when we see drugs with anime, awful. Only see it then, like when people are getting drugged to be like we don't ever see crack or weed or anything like
nobody's
like
pushing dope.
like, and I think it's too because like I didn't really see anything against cigarettes.
They got drug dealers. It's slinging weed.
You know, honestly, I wasn't there long enough to
Like that. Maybe they just don't got drug dealers. I feel like drug dealers are everywhere, but I don't know. Someplace I don't think it's drug dealers in Singapore.
I think it might be just also to the like, I, if there are drugs, the yakuza,
Right.
that's more than likely what it is. And once again, I think they're only used for nefarious purposes. I don't think anyone's doing recreation. I mean, if you guys know, like, let us know. I mean,
Yeah.
don't
Like,
out yourself. But
yeah. Like I don't. Like the bunch of it. Like, it sounds stupid, but it's like I really don't know. I ain't there, so I don't know
yeah,
what
no,
people do with it.
I think
Like
it's
it's
only.
easy to think people be doing shit, but then you get there and they be like, nothing of it.
I think it's for you know what though? Maybe if I finish Bungo Stray Dogs, I might be able to get some drugs, like, and see if there's some drugs involved. Like, I feel like we only see because we don't see a lot of crime. We see crime stuff, but we see murderers,
like
psychopaths.
like is people going down for weed? Like, is that a nefarious act of? I'm gonna be mad if weed just cool everywhere else, but I'm gonna be really upset.
Oh, I think the other thing is, like I said, it's one of those things that you would have to go
I
live
know,
in the
like,
country to get.
yeah, like I know what China's problem was opioid. I don't know if they still have that issue, but
Yeah,
that was like one of their biggest generations.
yeah, I think it might. I
And
think
that's that like that opioids. Okay, that is like crack on steroids. I mean,
no, literally.
cocaine on steroids.
That's
Like
like how I
they
feel.
used to be
That's how
getting
I feel with.
high as fuck up in
That's
there.
how I feel when people say they drop acid. Like when I meet people who
Like,
drop acid, I'm just like,
like,
you built different.
like China
Like,
back in the day used to be getting high as fuck.
there's just there's certain drugs. When people tell me that they do certain drugs, when people tell me they do shrooms, I'm like, so you probably eat a shroom, go to sleep. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, you probably be like laid out.
Yeah, you
But
watch
like,
you watch like Alice in Wonderland. You watch some
yeah,
trippy shit and
yeah, that's what
drop
I
a
feel like.
ball.
When you tell me you do shrooms, I'm like, okay. When you tell me you smoke weed, I'm like, right,
These all chill
you
drugs.
probably cool. Yeah, you're fine. But when you say that you do cocaine, I'm like, you have an immense amount of money, and like, you just have money. You have to because cocaine is expensive.
Well, it depends because like cocaine is like you got your everyday user, then you got your party user,
I'm
and
gonna
then
say
you got
yeah,
your celebration user. So your
yeah,
party users are like just
yeah.
a couple times a month. The celebration ones are like
Once a year, maybe.
once a year or once every
Yeah,
three
when they hit
months.
it big,
Yeah.
yeah. See, and that's the thing. But then when you tell me you drop acid, I'm like, you are just like
Now acid
one.
need to be like if you're doing that, that should be like a once a year.
Like that's what I'm saying. When you tell me you drop acid, I'm like, you're 1 step away from crack. Like you're right. You're about to be on meth or heroin. Like
somewhere.
anyone, like anyone who says that they inject, I'm like, nope, 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 nope. You're going. You're
like,
moving.
well now, well no, acid now is a more like probably do like.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know people. Yeah, when people drop acid, another.
But
I feel like
I had a friend
I
who
hope my
done
mom's not watching this. Like she be
like I'm not gonna lie. So like as black people, get a wife who's done more drugs than you, tell you not to do. As a hood person, we kind of take that to heart.
You should.
Like, he was like, I did acid before. Don't ever do that shit. And I was like, all right. It's a white guy telling me this, and they do a whole lot of shit. So I'm gonna just listen to you. So I never tried.
Now let's take that moment. They taking that good advice, and let's apply it to some of these anime people. Because I mean, really, let's think about what would happen if some of these characters listened to the people that they were told. Not, I mean, no one told Naruto he couldn't do anything. Let me just start with that. So let's throw Naruto out of that complex.
Right.
No one has ever told Naruto he couldn't do that.
But a lot of people told.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They said you shouldn't be. They said you shouldn't have been born. They said a lot of things. No one actually told Naruto he couldn't be Hokage. He just said I was gonna be Hokage. They're like, no, the fuck you're not. Kept going. They didn't say it to his face, but if you didn't like, no one told Naruto he could don't get me wrong, Naruto's an underdog, but no one ever actually told him. I don't think anyone ever told people told people not to be friends with him. No one ever told Naruto they weren't interacting with him. How could
I'm
they
talking about like
him?
the people he fought against.
He was gonna die and he didn't die, but no one's ever told him.
Somebody. He didn't said that shit too many times and missed the fight.
I think maybe in the very first episode when he told him he was a decent child, when he told him he was the because remember Naruto didn't know
like
Mitsuki was the one that told him. He didn't see him. Because he went to jail. But then again, though, he did spill a secret that nobody was supposed to tell, so maybe he's locked up forever.
They threw that nigga under the too.
we never saw Mitsuki.
I don't even think he popped up in Boruto.
No, we have never seen. Honestly, I don't know if he became rogue or
often
because Naruto defeated him.
Hokage had him in the back.
Yeah, he defeated him. And that was it. We never.
Hawk, they did him like Hawk did the Blue Jean dude.
Yeah, we just haven't seen.
They stuffed him in the bag.
Could you imagine though, characters we had that if we one take the advice? Imagine how that would. Especially if we took Kakashi's advice.
Matter of fact, I need my hair back. I need to know.
October 1st.
Genus or whatever his name is.
Best Genus. I was like, who?
Yes. Dude got stuffed in a duffel bag. I need to know what happened to him. It was like, hey, you get back in the superhero.
I really could just spoil it for you.
Imagine the turn of events so quickly.
We gotta get to a battle for there to be someone does confront Hawks about it. I am gonna tell you that.
Okay.
We do get to a point where Hawks is they were like, yeah, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and Hawks is like, hey, fuck out. And then Dobby's like, hey, you think you go back over to the hero side after what you did to Best Genus? Someone does actually confront him about it. Now, what happens after that confrontation and what leads up to that confrontation, I will not say.
Okay.
But someone does confront. Dobby had it for him.
Yeah, that is one of the most underrated things anime because he duffled that nigga so quickly. And it had to be greasy because they didn't show it.
There's a reason for everything that happens.
Oh yeah. No, I'm peeping the whole,
Oh yeah, no. There's a whole there's a mole and a mole and a mole. It's interesting.
It's hilarious.
I'm actually very much, and you know what too, we're actually gonna see people start to kind of go, and some of these deaths, I kind of couldn't believe that they had died. I wasn't expecting that. The new chapter had us terrified. Bakugo fight, and then arm is gone. The way that he's fighting with Shigaraki, and he touches it. We see his arm twist. I was like all the Twitter was like, did Baku just lose his arm? We were all like, oh, it was terrifying. We gotta
the best gene.
I love Best Jeans. Actually, I don't really want to see him at work. Like the fact that you just have jean fibers. Like what I really like about My Hero Academia is that everybody's quirk, like everyone's got something really different or odd. They also understand that people can have the same quirks too. Like the fact that like Bakugo's got his mom's quirk, like and his dad's quirk just mixed together. He just makes nitro glycerin. He already sweats glycerin. I think his dad has like a different, but he can't make fire. But like for some odd reason he can make fire. Like it's odd to me. Like Izuku, Deku's parents, his dad breathes fire. His dad does, and his mom can objects towards her. Like we never talk about it again after the first about his mom's actual
Wait, how we know his dad breathed fire?
She said it.
Oh, okay.
She says like his dad. She's like they're like she's like what are his core? What is your
Wasn't
dad's
it something that he had a court?
Well, okay. Oddly enough, the doctor, Deku's doctor, looks like the doctor that was working All for One. If I can, yeah, that's his doctor. So, and then that's why everybody was like, wait a minute, because this is also the doctor right here that was also helping All for One. See, this is him saying, I'm a hope for him, and that's why, like, you can just Google Deku's doctor, and everyone's like,
yeah,
wait a minute, yeah, like, is Deku's doctor a villain? Like, better like, this is actually like we think that he's All for One's loyal servant, so we think that he might have been actually like that. Deku's cork might have been stolen a long time ago. Like, yeah, and like that's why he diagnosed him as corkless. Because like it's just like they we haven't seen him colored yet, but like everyone's just like, why the fuck do I think this is so much like the doctor that told him he couldn't have a and ironically if you look at their glasses, their goggles, they all look the same. Like it's like he's been watching Deku for some fucking time. It's fucking terrifying. Love how we get like I love that. But yeah, like I think that that's interesting. But she says naturally that my husband breathes some fire here and there. Says naturally, but I just dabble with attracting objects from time. So his parents' quirks were never really strong. Like he says here and there he breathes fire. So I don't know if he can control it or what. But he's a businessman, like salary man. That's why he's not around. He's states on. So Deku's always been with his mom. Crazy, cause like
damn, stole my nigga cork from the jump.
So that's what people think about his doctor. Like
one of those things never get.
I don't want Deku is just we got this battle right now. I kind of want to see like he hasn't come face to face with him yet, so he wouldn't recognize. He hasn't come face to face with the doctor yet.
Oh, so he's never seen the doctor.
Other than that initial time when the doctor told me to work, yeah. So maybe be possible. And actually, All for One knows who he is. Like and literally like refers to him as Shigaraki knows who he is. Like they know they knew who Izuku is and that he has All for One. Or One for All or whatever. Yeah, they know. All for One knows that he has One for All. And they're quite aware of that. It's a little terrifying, actually. I think what ended up happening was some weird way it kind of out, and also I think they're kind of also.
Oh yeah.
In the last season we learned that Deku can talk to the other being. Well, the original one with One for All is All for One's brother.
Oh yeah.
So I think he's like I see him in like kind of like that almost.
Yeah.
Because All for One has just been amassing. Absolutely.
Amassing them.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Back to that.
Yeah.
To how people are getting like, and I think that's interesting.
You know how terrible my memory is. I figured out the mode, then forgot I figured out the mode until now.
You just read it, please. I'm just so sick of you. Like, what was that? Who else but
The
Quagmire?
Quagmire.
I hate it here. Just look into the camera like, what are you gonna
What
do?
you gonna do?
Fucking 8-eye stinker smile. Oh my god. Bugs Bunny at the I can't.
Blame it on the multiverse.
So I've decided that since I can't seem to finish animes after episodes, I'm going to spend the week binging episodes. Like each day, I'm going to finish fucking anime because I'm like 4 to 5 episodes. Like
The
that's nothing.
dedication.
It's nothing. It's nothing
It's
for me.
nothing. Nothing for you. Huh?
Watch 5 episodes in a night? No, I have depression. It's nothing for me.
And then you do get off.
Yeah. So from
Lucky.
5 to 10,
I did finesse Saturday off though. What is the update? Oh, no, it wasn't my idea. It was actually. I was like, we got a new computer, but in order to put Cassie on
every single
everything, yep,
fun.
yeah,
Oh, and the only way to do that is actually to come.
yeah. And so
Only
we're
way to
gonna
do
come
that.
in Friday. I like
That.
no,
Fun. So while you're at it, let's see. I have Bungo Stray Dog. I'm gonna try to. That's probably gonna be the last one because actually after
yeah,
that,
so it's a little bit to
I
watch.
think it's Crunchyroll list too. Cause like Nanbaka, I got pretty far in that.
Who?
Nanbaka. Go ahead and type that in. Nanbaka.
I didn't finish Eye Shield. I don't remember where I stopped.
Crunchyroll.
Um,
My list. There we
I
go.
never finished World Trigger.
Um. Okay, here we go. So Shadow House. First off, it just got a second season. I started watching Shadow House. This anime is super fucking cool because he fucking they're like they're like people made of soot and ash,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like living, breathing creatures. And for some odd reason, go log in. Yeah, we do have. So yeah, we so
So
they
pretty
have
much
like, but they have like living dolls who act as their faces. Can't see them like reactions. It's really cool. It came out last year, I guess, and now they're on season 2. Yeah, Bungo Stray Dogs. I stopped at episode 7, so like I said, I have to finish that. Um, my Ruko Chan. It was I was watching it on Funimation, which though I need to catch up
Dragon
on
Ball
it.
Super.
Guess I started watching. Okay, so I need to finish Classroom of the Elite. So that's probably what I'm gonna try to watch this week. Love All Play. I finished that. Sunny Boy. I finished that. Fanfare of the Adolescents. I need to finish that. Um, 243 saying high school boys volleyball team. That the Curious Case of Vanitas.
Made it to
I
3
episode
episode.
51. We need to like episode 51, man. Um, Love of Kill. I started and I liked it. I just tacked OP Destiny. Something else came along.
I don't think I finished that.
I was watching The Night Beyond the tri-cornered window. That was good.
Oh, I didn't make it.
Because this anime gets weird quickly.
I think I just got tired of him being probably.
I also never finished Hero after being rejected. I shaved and took in a high school runaway.
I never 91 days.
Never finished.
The mob one.
I never finished it either. I have like literally.
Girl stuff. Season 2 episode.
I feel like I have like 3 episodes. I never finished. I didn't finish Cells at Work. I didn't finish Tony Kawa Over the
Oh
Moon for
no, I
You.
think it's on.
I'm on episode 8 of Angels of Death. Like I just need to like why? Like I keep giving episode 6. Like it's just like I get and I never finished Assassination Classroom. Just I knew
I never finished it because I never wanted
Nanbaka. That's what it's called.
Berserk. What did I say?
episode.
Well, episode
Oh
11.
no, keep going. Watch. Yeah, like yeah, you.
Well, technically 11. I don't even really watch much. Probably like that.
So all right, so check it. Type in Nambaka. I'm gonna try to
Cool.
finish
I don't know how to spell
a
it.
n and another n Baka. This one's about like they're all prisoners that are like
Uh,
trapped in like they're all like prisoners and they all have like
and
World Trigger. I definitely started it, and it's because I start the animes in like during other animes, and that's where everything goes south unless it has a chokehold on
oh,
me.
there.
Like, where the fuck is it? I was looking at it like, where is it?
Yeah, like
I think it's just him. Like him, I think he's more interesting than him.
yeah.
So I'm like, why the fuck am I
I
like?
made it.
Like, but when I watched Darling in the Franks, they had a fucking chokehold on. Darling in the Franks had a. Have you ever watched Darling in the Franks?
I like that.
Go to.
Oh no,
We need to finish Darwin's game. Well, I think I already finished.
I didn't
Check
finish it.
this anime out if you have. I said, look here.
Mm.
You need to check this anime. Like, you need to put that on your crunchy list. Like, it's great. It's great. So I'm gonna try this week, guys. I'm gonna come back with my list next week. The animes I managed.
Toasted. I think I watched Assassination Classroom.
I think I watched it at a different place too. It's Assault Lily. I want to see. I hate when I be
Yeah,
typing in
I
other
watched it on
animes.
Hulu.
Yeah, me too. I know where I stopped though. Like scroll down. I think I stopped.
No, this starts
Like,
with this is the
oh yeah.
beginning.
I think I stopped then.
Whatever I
Probably.
want to say is
Oh
between.
wait, this is the season 2. I definitely stopped in season. So I think the place that I got to more than likely like around this area. I don't
Mm,
remember. Oh yeah, because I don't remember her doing that yet. So lower down, I probably need to like watch half of season 2.
I think I was literally had like 2 or 3 episodes, and I was like, I don't want it, so I'm not.
Yeah, like I feel like half of the reason why we don't finish animes is like my reason seems to be is that I don't want it to end yet. Except you know what, Fairy Tale. I did not want Fairy Tale to end. I wasn't ready for it, but now the 100-year quest is getting an anime,
Mm.
so it's back
I
for
need
more.
this to come back.
I love that, and I hope it gets a season. I don't know if it's been greenlit yet.
They can't leave me.
That was good. I know he hasn't caught any. He hasn't found. Oh, here's the hope, and Given is also good. It would be up your alley. A couple of cuckoos is just.
Look, see, thirsty. Watched it.
I know you're a tragedy. You have a problem.
Look, I'm on season 3.
I like
Oh,
to check
Bungo
out the
Stray
last
Dog.
Summoner. Yeah, you have a problem. That chokehold. I'm telling you to watch Black Summoner. Watch that.
All right, I'm gonna watch that.
And this is also really a study of Vanitas about vampires.
Mm-hmm.
What is your history even look?
Yeah. A lot of Bungo Stray Dogs with some new
I'm
stuff
telling you,
sprinkling.
listen. That's all I told you. I just finished Shikimori is not just a cutie.
Yeah,
Finally,
like I didn't even realize I was in season 3. Eesh.
I gotta finish some.
All right.
I also realized too.
I'm not.
Oh, that time. All right, I just realized episode.
Yeah, left.
We have 2 episodes left in this season, guys. So first off, during the hiatus, I will get the. I promise.
And
So y'all
I'll
can
get the
listen to it.
TikToks going.
Like I promise, guys. All right, we're gonna probably take another.
Pockets cover up. And
All right, so we're probably gonna take another break. Let's see. We're gonna go into some. We're gonna end. We're gonna end mid August. Start back. We start back the week after I.
Yep. Actually, that hiatus is gonna come at a good time.
Yeah, like we're gonna
We
actually.
got to do wedding preparations.
We gotta talk to you guys about some home stuff first before we go. About some housekeeping. Yeah, this is actually gonna take us because we're August is tomorrow.
Yeah.
So our last episode probably go there on the
Probably be because
19th.
with this, I'll be gone this. I'll be like,
Yeah, so this is probably our last episode. After this, after attend a wedding and another wedding.
yeah,
So that's just some housekeeping, guys. We got 2 more episodes left. During the break, we are going to try to get some more anime news out there. We will be posting. We're not gonna go.
yeah.
We're still gonna have polls. We're gonna get our TikTok up and enjoy us and well. And I will get the rest of season, which I'm almost done with. I feel like I have at least 2 episodes. Just need to go to 8. They're already
Okay.
done, and then we'll upload all the season. You guys can watch all of it, listen to all of it on Spotify, and I'll try to get us up on Apple Podcast. Got crap to do. So with season 2 making its way to, y'all ain't shared us yet or told you about us. Why?
Oh, dust.
like,
I'm gonna just put it straight.
like I
Your
don't know.
funky breath stain.
Like I don't know how many more updates we're gonna have to our everything else that we. This was like the update season. Kept getting better. Gonna see what happens next. Maybe I'll have a better. So when I rendered it,
Maybe I'll be living life as Chanel.
that too. We'll be living better now. Better now.
Mm-hmm.
Got some stuff. We got some stuff in the works. Try to juice it up. I mean, obviously, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But with that being said, I'm
Right.
guys got some stuff. How do y'all want us to talk about? Hit us in DMs. Tweet at us in the bro. Like, come on.
I'm
Yeah, like y'all like the Spotify. If you prefer Apple Podcasts, let us know. I'm not really that big on this Apple podcast thing because ain't nobody said that they want to do it. Nobody said that's why they listen to us yet.
Right.
So
So
like,
if y'all, matter of fact, they don't say nothing, don't do it.
like
Fuck.
point,
No.
you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come up with some ideas. What's up? Gotta talk to
Holla at us. Stay blessed. Bye.